Alright, so as I mentioned, this would kind of be the way that your portfolio should be looking, or what I'd like them to be looking like. You're gonna have the information organized into a table. We're not gonna see those lines in the end, and I'll show you how to do that. So if I went back to the blog, basically what you're gonna do is in your blog, you'll go to template and customize blog. So let me just switch here to one that hasn't had that applied. Actually, I'll go to AM, because that's where I worked on. So we're back here kind of in the posting area, right? Where you would put all your posts for your daily summaries. So if you just go down here to template, and then as you see here live on blog, on the bottom here we have this option to customize your blog. And here's where you can start making some of those changes. I haven't actually played around. This would be customizing the actual template. So I'm not really sure. Oh, this is just a different theme. So you can change your overall theme by coming up here to the top. But here's where I want you to really be looking at. You can change your background image in here. All right, your main color theme. So you could choose one of these abstract, or they have all these themes for your backgrounds for pictures. You can also upload an image in there, which I know I've seen a lot of you have done already, but you could choose an image to put in the background there. All right, so that would be one thing you could do as far as uploading an image. So that's your background type of interface here. So you have the image as well as color schemes. Widths. We have what's called the right sidebar here, all right, which for me is your previous blogs. You can make that take up more space or less, so you can adjust the size of that, this sidebar, and you can also adjust the size of your whole kind of document area on the screen by adjusting this slider up here, right? So that's the width. You also have a layout, so you can change it so you have none of that stuff on the side. For your layout, you can see kind of some thumbnails here with that, or one sidebar. Generally, this area on the top here is referred to as your header. So that's your header. This is your body, which is kind of where you put the majority of your content. And then you have the right sidebar, or this one has a right sidebar and a left sidebar. I would imagine for you guys, you would either have just a simple body layout or one with the sidebar into it. And you can see what's down here. They have some gadgets that you can include into there. All right, so that is our layout. And then under advanced, here's where I'm thinking you're probably going to spend most of your time. What I'd like you to do for your portfolio is to make at least 5 design changes. So you could change page text, you could change the font, you could change the color, size. Same thing with your background. You can change your outer background. And with all these, it's nice because it's a real live preview. So as I make that change, you're going to see it down here in this preview window. So it does give you a live preview of what you do. All right, and they kind of give you some color palettes here. So they say suggested colors or colors from the palette. Main background would be kind of the white area, I believe, in here. So if we just clicked on that, yeah, so you can see there's a box changes there. But you should be thinking about emphasis and variety in your portfolios and your design schemes, all right, to kind of come up with the color choices you're making. All right, so you can change the background, the link colors and fonts, the blog title, blog description, the tab colors. Now that we have these 2 pages for our blog, you have the portfolio and your daily blog, the background color. And what's nice is it does highlight it down here for you so that you can see what you're actually changing. All right, because sometimes it's kind of difficult to find out what you're doing there. You can even change stuff to transparent, like if you wanted to hide it. Maybe you don't want the date on here. You can change that to transparent, and then that date would essentially be disappearing, right? So you have that. You have your footer information for text, color, and font. Gadgets, which I don't think we have any for you guys right now. Images, You have background colors, caption colors, and all this other stuff, all right? So, this is where, again, I think you would probably spend most of your time in making these design choices. Try to get it so that you have some unity, all right? You know, choosing fonts especially, they should probably, you know, have some kind of hierarchy or, you know, be all kind of similar so that maybe you have all serif fonts like I have here. It is nice though that you do have these options as far as fonts up here, so you do get a good range and you can kind of choose a lot of different fonts on there. Alright, so once you do that, make sure you do press apply to blog, and that will, you know, re-encode all of your pages with all this stuff. We don't see this stuff happening in our HTML tab, so that, you know, you don't see all this, what's called this cascading style sheet applying there. But what I do, once you get done with all that, I do want you to go back, and one option here to remove those lines from your table, because again, if you looked at my blog here, and let's go back and see this, am I in the right one? No. So if I come back to my blog, and I view this blog, and now look at my, oops, I'm still in the wrong one. So I'm going to go AM, view, and then under my portfolio page, I don't have the lines in the table. So there's just one line of text that I want you guys to find. And that would be, so if I now go to edit this page, and if I look at my HTML, all you have to do is come up here right in this line here where it establishes your table. If you say border equals 0 pixels, it will remove that line. So while you're putting your content in, I would keep the line there because it's hard to see where the table or the cell ends. And then when you're done, just go back and change that to 0. And you can go in there and now have no line. I did also put in here, I don't know if you can do it in the template options. I put in background color. That's another kind of little piece of code I put in there. BG color equals gray, or you could find the hexadecimal value if you really wanted to find the color code for something. You would put that in here. So like if I wanted this to be black, I think that's FFFFFF. And now if I look here, nope. So my color hexadecimal values aren't the best.
It's 0.
All zeros. Hexadecimal is 6 characters you have to have in there. Yeah, so there's black. Alright? But you don't have to do that. If you do like to change that, there are some colors that are associated by name. W3schools.com is pretty good for finding information on that. But now I would have that, and I would just have to go back and put my images and my text in there. All right, so that is what I'd like you to do, as I said, for the blog today, to customize your portfolio. And then at the end, I did mention there too that I would like you to have a little bit of a reflection about the whole class. So I wrote that down here. What design changes did you make to your portfolio page and why? So I'm asking you again to do at least 5. All right, so changing fonts, changing colors on different things. And you should be able to explain, well, I wanted the background to kind of, or the text to stand out from the box and things like that. And then you're going to write in there what your favorite project was, why, what your least favorite project was and why, what skills do you think are the most useful, and what do you think we should have done. So maybe there was a project or a tool that you would have liked to have learned a little bit more. All right, so this is going to go into your portfolio, which you shouldn't, if you haven't finished your vector portraits, get those done first.